Morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning, and I'm taking a walk, and I thought I would do a catch-up video for everybody. It's not quite as dark out as this phone makes it look to be. It's like 7:35 in the morning. So, it's been a couple of weeks since you've heard from me, and I just wanted to let you know kind of what was going on. Let's see. I did close on the house. I have been making good choices with where to put the proceeds for that. And now that everything is safe and sound and secure, I'm kind of trying to figure out what this new life I'm going to have looks like. One where I'm not losing sleep at night about money and the truck going bad and having to pay for it and juggling all of the expenses and everything that I was. So, that being said, I apparently am not the only one who saw the need to reduce debt and get some things figured out. I say that because I had a couple of guys, two guys actually, that did refinances on their properties, and one guy literally, it's easier if I stand still. One guy that literally came in and picked up 19 checks. 19 checks to pay off debt. And he was like, oh my God, I said, you're gonna have a good weekend, aren't you? And he was like, oh, you have no idea how much this is gonna free up. And I cannot even imagine how many hours of stress that would be, juggling, just trying to make sure the payments were on time. I'm like, oh my God. I was having problems with my 4 and 5, trying to make sure those were all paid on time and not incur a late fee, which causes even more problems. I know what this feels like. I have been there before. That's one of the reasons I did what I did as far as selling that house. I did not want to get into that situation again, where you had people calling and wanting their money, and oh my God, that is the worst place to be. So then a couple days ago, it's Sunday, so I think it was Friday, another guy came in and he picked up 7 checks. And I was like going, I'm seeing this happen a lot more. And he's like, oh my God, he goes, they say that we're not in a recession, but it sure felt like we were to me. Now the traffic's starting to pick up. There wasn't any traffic on the way towards the sunrise. I guess everybody's on their way to church or get their donuts or whatever they get. Whatever people do at 7:35 or 7:45 on a Sunday morning. Anyway, so he was like, I sure feel like it was a recession. He goes, I can't wait till there's a new president. I did not ask him who he was going to vote for. I think he might have been of Hispanic descent, but I'm not even sure about that. I didn't end up looking up his last name. I just saw his first name, but very nice guy and very honest. And I was like, well, I'm happy for you because, I recently had to do something similar to, get out of this hole that we had been in. So anyway, that's all on my end, all cleaned up almost. I still have a couple of credit cards that need to get paid off, but I'm quickly paying them down and trying to keep an eye on them, and also not overdrawing my account because I'm going through the money and moving it around and changing places and all that stuff really super fast. So that's what's going on in my world. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was I found out on Friday why the UPS man disappeared. The other guy that came in his place had made some kind of comment about losing focus or something. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he ended up sharing with me what had happened with the other UPS guy that had got suspended. And anyway, I was like, oh, I didn't ask him. And he goes, oh, he said he was going to tell you what happened. And I was like, I didn't ask, and he didn't say anything. I said, and I looked at him and I go, this is the extra guy, not the one that was suspended, but the guy that takes his place. He was in there on Friday because it was the other guy's birthday. Jake is the one that I've been talking to the most lately. He's the spare guy, the step-in guy. And he's like, oh, I thought he was going to tell you what happened. And I'm like, I didn't ask. I said and I looked at him, and when this came out, I was kind of shocked and surprised, because I don't know that I've ever said this out loud, but I looked at him. God darn it. All this freaking traffic's starting to piss me off now. Shit. So anyway, I said, something about this face makes men lie to me. And I said, I don't know if I scare the shit out of him, but I have learned that if I just don't ask certain questions, then they're not forced to lie. And then, because I always know when they're lying. I can tell when someone's lying to me by looking at them. I can read their energy. I might as well have been an FBI agent, I swear to God. So when that happens, I just quit asking, because then I would know when they were lying. And anyway, he kind of went, ugh. And after that whole thing, all weekend, I'd been sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my God, that's one of the blocks that I have personally had as far as going deeper with some people, is because so many people tend to lie about certain things. I have learned that when I ask and I know they are lying, that automatically, it just like, they're done. I'm done with them. Done very quickly. And so I think that might be one of the reasons people come and go in and out of my life so fast, is if I notice that someone is lying to themselves, lying to me, it's just like, I just kind of put them on the back burner and don't even like give them much credit anymore. But at the same time, all weekend, I started thinking about all the lying I have done in my life. That was a really bad, rude awakening to really think about and go back to my younger days of some of the icky stuff that I've done, maybe still currently do. So here I am, knowing full well that other people are lying to me, and then starting to realize I've pretty much been a big fat liar most of my life as well. So I don't know if that is something that the collective is going through, because I feel like I felt like I had kind of not judged, or maybe I judged myself at one time on that, but I thought I had forgiven myself, and try to do better. So that's why I'm like, this energy that's funneling through and all of this stuff, I think maybe it's the collective maybe is going through that. We have an eclipse coming up and a full moon coming up. It's going to be fall here in less than a week. We've had solar flares out the wazoo, major ones, supermax, big ones, weird ass energy coming through. So I don't know if that's part of it and what's clearing out for the collective, but whatever the case is, I'm not going to say it's been a great weekend, because I feel like I've just been sitting in this lying, deceitful, I am one of those, as well as everybody else in the world. And even the ones that think they're not probably are as well, because that seems to be a human trait. I don't know. I'm like, I know there's going to be a bunch of you on there go, I never lie, I don't lie, I don't lie. And I'm like, well, I don't believe you. Because in some way, shape, or form, we tend to lie about a lot of different things in order to save face, not hurt someone's feelings. Someone asks you, how's my dessert? And you say, oh, it was good, when you thought it was sour and it tasted horrible, because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So, there's that difference between a big lie and a white lie. So anyway, that's just kind of what I've been dealing with the last couple of days since that whole conversation with Jake. So anyway, I hope you guys can hear this, because of course the minute I start doing this freaking video is when the traffic picks up. That just really aggravates me. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.